What's going on, y'all? Polo Sports Talking Entertainment here again with another one. Be sure to hit that like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit the notifications so that you're able to get all of my content and as well as all of my videos. Now, we got to talk about the man, I should say, the past getting ready to be 48 hours, actually 72 hours, um, in Devin Haney, who has become the youngest boxer in the four belt era to become undisputed. And they often say that with a lot of success comes a lot more problems and a lot more hate. Okay. Uh First and foremost, man, let me give a shout out to a couple people. Let's give a shout out to the General, 78 Sports. Today was his birthday, man. Happy B-Day to 78 Sports, man. Hope you enjoyed your day. Salute to him. I also want to give a shout out to Blue Blood Sports. Uh, Definitely go sub to his channel too. One of the pillars in the LDBC and the boxing historian as well as the boxing savant. I also want to give a shout out to uh, the brother Keon over there, Everything Boxing uh, and Sports. And then also want to give a shout out to uh, Trio Boxing uh, with uh, with Black, the brother Black, and as well as the brother 78 Sports. I'm gonna let you in just a minute, Memphis. That's if your ass don't fall asleep. And then also the Queen CC over there at True Boxing too as well. And I also want to give a shout out to Ticket TV as well. Ticket TV Boxing too as well. Uh, Make sure y'all go sub to Memphis, aka Cypress TV. Now, uh, look, man, Ryan Garcia is the last motherfucker that should be talking about anybody. Okay, all right. Now he has came out and basically said that the fight was boring. It was so it nyquiled me, basically saying that the fight was boring and wasn't exciting and all this other stuff. Poor Ryan Garcia. You see, this motherfucker, yeah, he's talented it, but he's so stupid, he don't even know that he's talented it because he fucking ducks everybody. Motherfucker runs from almost every fight, you know what I'm saying? He'll sit up there, play with motherfuckers' mind and act like he gonna fight him, and the next thing you know, guess what? He runs again or he pulls out of the fight. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want that smoke with Pitbull Cruz. And see, what people don't understand is that Devin Haney, he actually called out Ryan Garcia. He called out um, Lopez, Tefimio Lopez. But guess what? Uh, Tefimio Lopez wanted to go ahead and make you know make the belt uh, franchise, and then also Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to duck on some fuck shit too. And look, that's what you got to give Devin Haney his credit for. Devin Haney went headhunting. Devin Haney fought who was ever in front of him. All these other motherfuckers was, oh yeah, well, I might lose my O. Or all these motherfuckers was up in there talking about, oh yeah, I need to get more money. Devin Haney said, I'll fight for a lesser price. Nigga, I'll go to goddamn fucking Tahiti and fight your ass. It don't matter. And look, Now he's successful. Now he's in the history books. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody talking about all this, oh yeah, it was boring and all this other shit. They said the same shit about Mayweather. They said the same shit about Mayweather. They said, oh yeah, he's boring. All he does is da 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 da. But guess what? They won't stop talking about Mayweather. They talk about Mayweather to this day. You know, even my boy Jacob Jennings, he always talks about Mayweather. But hey, he brings facts. They will never stop talking about Mayweather. And he 50-0, whether you like it. So you got to give it credit. But what did they say about him? Oh, he was boring. They said the same thing about Lennox Lewis. Oh, he's boring. Da, 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 da. But meanwhile, Lennox Lewis whooped Tyson ass. So I don't want to hear all this shit. Devin Haney, it might be boring. Listen, if it's boring, boring is beautiful because he made that motherfucker look great. And guess what? That motherfucker Kambozo the clown didn't win a motherfucking round. You understand what I'm saying? Didn't win a motherfucking round. The only fucking round that you probably, and I disagree with a couple of cats. A couple of cats said the 12. I said that he probably could have got him in the ninth. You know what I'm saying? Because he landed some shots or whatever. So, but look, man, look, when you winning, look, I put to you like this: Memphis team is the Spurs, right? When the Spurs was playing, guess what? Everybody used to say they old and they slow and everything like that. Meanwhile, they either competing for the championship or they getting that motherfucker every year. But they ain't getting no credit or anything like that. Meanwhile, they're not talking about Devin Haney or whatever. They all like, oh well, he's not as exciting as Tank and he doesn't do what Tank does and he's not knocking out motherfuckers. Yeah, but he's getting the dub. That's all that really matters. The motherfucker is getting the dub, and not only that, is he getting the dub, he's not taking no unnecessary risk. You understand what I'm saying? He gets in and get out, sort of like what Mayweather used to do. You know what I'm saying? And Mayweather, you know, he's not my favorite boxer, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But I hold him in high regard. He is one of the best to do it. I got a couple things that I didn't like about Mayweather, but you can't take away from his greatness neither. And they used to say the same thing about him. And 9 times out of 10, when they showed up for Mayweather, guess what? They showed up for him to lose, not to win. Motherfuckers didn't want to see Devin Haney win this fight. You know what I'm saying? And all these motherfuckers that's up in here nut hugging this motherfucker right now, guess what? Man, they was talking down on Devin Haney from the beginning. They was talking, man, motherfuckers wasn't even talking about Devin Haney. I've been talking about him on this channel. Okay, go look at my videos or go search them. You'll see that I've been advocating for Devin Haney. I'm the one that said that he could beat Tank. Everybody's like, oh no, man, you capping and all this other bullshit because Tank got knockout power and all this other shit. You know, now everybody, you know, they're ready for him to fight Shakur Stevenson. You know, they're ready for him to fight Shakur Stevenson, but we gotta pump the brakes on that just a little bit, okay? Now let's talk about what Kambozo had to say. Bozo the clown, he up in there talking about how the fight was close and all this other bullshit. Fight was not close. Maybe in your mind you thought it was close, just like what's his name was delusional. Rolly Romero was delusional, talking about he had a blueprint to beat Tank. See, when you get your ass whooped as bad as you did in clear fashion, face all fucked up, motherfucker Devin Haney walking out there clean than a motherfucker. Oh, you gonna feel some type of way. You're gonna feel some type of way. And on top of that, you walk out of there, man. You got whooped on your own damn turf. It was so bad that they reluctant to give you a damn rematch because the fight wasn't even close. Hell, why give you a rematch? You don't deserve that shit. You understand what I'm saying? And he did it just being tactical, straight fundamental. Nothing fancy about none of that shit. He got in and got out. You know what I'm saying? Just simple ABC. So if he was that boring, and if he wasn't that good, and if he was so predictable and all this other bullshit, then why couldn't you beat him? You know what I'm saying? He beat you with straight fundamentals, straight ABC, ABC. Easy as 1, 2, 3. That's how he beat you. That's how he beat you. And you can't take it. Straight textbook, by the book, just simple jab, old school ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? Bobbing and weaving or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you landed some shots, guess what? He ate them punches and it didn't bar him. You know why? Because mentally he was stronger than you and he could take them and he was fighting for something bigger. Uh, I dropped the link if you want to go ahead and get up in here. But yeah, you know, you sitting up in here, you saying, okay, yeah, well, the fight was close and all this other bullshit. The fight was not close, man. The fight wasn't close. You you sat up there and you were mad because when you didn't make weight, you thought that was going to throw Devin Haney off. It didn't. And matter of fact, it made him even more. It made him even more motivated to whoop your ass, which is what he did. He came out there. He took care of business. He didn't. He didn't sit up. He didn't sit up there and try to do something that he wasn't. He stuck to the format. And then look, because I'm putting it to you like this, right? Even if his father didn't show up, Bill Haney, the great Bill Haney, if he didn't show up, guess what? I guarantee you, he still would have whooped Kambozo the clown. He still would have whooped him. Still would have got in. Still would have got out. Straight up. Still would have got in, and he still would have got out. And it's tough for people to understand that. Look, now they want to sit up here and they want to give Devin Haney all this praise, but I'm gonna tell you like this: I've been talking about Devin Haney. I've been talking about Devin Haney ever since he was young, when nobody else was talking about him. His work ethic is phenomenal. Memphis, what's up, bro? Memphis, I think you're on mute, bro. Memphis,
Yo, hello.
yeah, you're on mute, man. Oh Lord, here you go with that fucked up phone again. Oh man. Like, why it gotta be me, man? Why y'all come on here with the fucked up phone? Memphis, you there, man? I guess Memphis having an issue with his phone. But this is the thing that we gotta understand, man. Like, everybody is not gonna be a a Mike Tyson type of fighter where they're gonna knock motherfuckers out all the time. You know, it just don't work that way. Everybody got their own distinct style, you know, and it goes back to what I was saying about a cat like Mayweather. When Mayweather was fighting, people really didn't enjoy his style, especially towards the end of the end of his career, especially when he focused more on the defensive side of things. Uh, they wanted him to be Pretty Boy Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Throwing the combinations real fast. Uh, you know, a whole bunch of flurries.
Hold on.
You know, different things. You know what I'm saying? They wanted him to do that. What's up with it, Memphis man?
Can you
Man, it's real messed up, man. What's wrong with your phone now, man?
they got
God, dog, bro, man. What, man? Y'all,
my phone
Memphis, man. Look. All you gotta do, all you gotta do, man, is save up a little bit of money, man, and go get you a new phone, man.
Can you hear me now, Polo?
That's a lot better, man. Like,
I
what,
need to get my weather, man.
huh? You said what?
Right, Polo.
Yeah, man.
Who is
Oh man.
this bozo clown dude? Polo.
Who is Kambozo the clown?
Yeah, he'll be epic boxing or something. I never heard of this dude.
No, Kambosos is that's who Devin Haney beat to become lightweight undisputed.
Let me guess. He came with an excuse of why he lost.
Yeah.
Oh man, excuses is like buttholes.
Well,
Everybody got
he
one.
said no, he didn't come with an excuse. He was saying that the fight was close and all of that. And
And one
if you
last time.
it wasn't Memphis. The fight wasn't close, man, at all. And and the thing about it is what motherfuckers got to realize is that he wasn't doing anything that fancy. And that's what Devin Haney's style is, anyways. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna be a guy that's gonna wow you and all this other shit. And what's the name? Ryan Garcia talking about, oh yeah, the fight was boring and all this other stuff. Hey, if it's boring, hey, I'll be the boringest motherfucker to get the win all day. Cause guess what? He's in the record books. He's undisputed. You're not. He's the youngest. He's the
But
youngest in the four belt era to become undisputed at 23 years old. You're not.
I think go in there.
Yeah, you breaking up Memphis again.
I think one of these young guys gonna be almost better than Floyd. You hear me, Polo?
I hear you now.
Polo. I think one of them young guys is gonna turn out to be better than Floyd.
Okay, whatever you're doing right now, just stay right there, man. Are you moving around or something, man?
No, man, I'm chilling out, man. No, I'm just chilling out, man.
It's either your phone is fucking up or you falling asleep.
No, I ain't falling asleep until 10 o'clock, man. I ain't going to sleep, Polo. I'm up, man.
Nigga, you fell asleep last time when me and Stephen Green was on
Oh, Stephen Graham over talking about his bets that he was always losing. They probably put me to sleep.
here. Now, look, everybody's talking about if um, if Shakur, if he's gonna fight Shakur Stevenson, and I'm like, he should wait up on that for right now. Uh, even though that would be a great fight, they both around the same age. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think he'll need to they'll need to get a couple fights up under their belt until people really want to see that because that will be a good fight though.
But you know what, Polo? You know how you book that? You know how you book that and make some money off of it? You know how you book that? Fights like that with young fighters,
Right,
you give 2 fight deal.
right,
And that way you can milk it for all it's worth. You can get all your money out of it.
right.
Oh my
Like
God.
who
Most
would you pick?
between Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you put me on the clock like that. I
Hey,
had
I
to
mean, look,
I had to
go
go
ahead,
with
go
Devin.
ahead.
What I see, I like Shakur Stevenson, man, but I gotta go with the young blood, man, Devin Haney.
Yeah, they pretty much the same age though.
Yeah.
They pretty much the same age. Shakur is 24, and Devin Haney 23. Let me make sure I got that right. Cause sometimes you have a tendency of throwing me off, Memphis. Shakur.
Hey man.
Let me make sure. I'll make sure hold on. Yeah, he 24. I know I had it right. He 24. So they around the same age, man.
But you know what, Polo? They got to like like spend five big brothers and look at what you gonna get out of it now. Don't water it down like they did the Mayweather Pacquiao fight. Get with you in boxing you gotta
Yeah.
fight on the earth high.
Yeah, but I don't listen. I don't want that shit happening again, man. Like I don't even want. I don't want the situation where it's happening with with Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. I don't even like that shit. I wish they would have fought when they were younger.
Right.
Not that's not to say that they not in good shape and all that other stuff, because Earl Spence been looking good his last.
Yeah.
Even though I feel like the best Earl you haven't seen yet because since the accident or whatever, but he still look he still was able to do his thing in the last two fights.
I think Sean Porter had 1 or 2 more good fights left for him. A lot of people won't agree with me, but I think he did. Adrian Broner shot, but uh, I think I wouldn't make that Shakur and then Devin Haney fight and get at least a 2 fight deal out of it. I wouldn't do it
Right.
because it
Yeah.
don't make good business sense, man.
Adrian Broner got a fight coming up though.
Oh,
He about
yeah,
to he about to he about to fight Omar Figueroa.
so this man all this cash noise about people and he fighting disrespect all
We breaking up bad, Memphis.
I said he right here fighting dudes that go by the name Omar Figueroa, dudes that nobody really know. I mean, no disrespect to the guy, but I know he probably a good guy. And
Well, Omar Figueroa, he was at one point he was about to be something because he's 28-2 with 19 KOs on his record. He got a decent record. He only got 2 losses, but guess what? Adrian Broner got 4 losses. Adrian Broner's
yeah,
at 34-4-1.
but see, Adrian Broner problem was Adrian Broner was trying to chase the big payday, trying to get a fight out of Floyd, and that kind of was a major distraction for him. He was on the road at one point. Then when he got on this, trying to get on the floor, Mayweather sweepstakes, trying to get on the floor, Mayweather train. That kind of derailed him a little bit.
Yeah,
But he
that
was on the
that
road.
motherfucker that motherfucker Adrian Broner and I'm pushing. I want Adrian Broner to come back, man, and finish what he started, but he was busy chasing not just Mayweather and all that, the Mayweather dream and all that other stuff. He was busy chasing pussy.
Right, man, he was chasing some good shit. Yeah. But
What
hey,
you what you I mean, look, you listen, ain't nothing wrong with chasing the ass. I mean, look, when you a nigga, that's what you supposed to do. But I'm saying, can you get focused? You know what I'm saying? Get focused and then do that shit. Handle that shit later. Matter of fact, man, when you boxing and shit and you training, you really supposed to be abstaining from sex and shit. You supposed
right.
to retain you're supposed to have semen retention because for the vast majority of guys, you gonna waste energy when you let that shit off.
Yeah. Drink some orange juice, niggas. No, I'm just playing.
He
But
said
I
drink some
think,
orange juice.
yeah.
Nigga, knowing your ass, you probably put orange juice and vodka in that bitch.
Hey, man, that works. Good for the goose, good for the gander.
That
What
nigga
grandmama
be
used
drinking a screwdriver and shit.
Grandma used to say, what good for the goose is good for the gander.
Motherfucker be
Hey,
putting that motherfucking McCormick's in that shit. That
a
McCormick's
nigga be
man be
on
cheap than a motherfucker too, man. Shit, like you drink that McCormick shit. Uh, that's what you ain't gotta put it on the level of no Grey Goose or Ciroc or no shit like that. If you can't afford that shit.
right. Oh, man, I think boxing gonna take a turn for the better, though.
For the better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it already is. Listen, Memphis, dog, you know me, man. Like I said, I talk about everything, but my love for boxing hasn't gone anywhere. And the only thing that makes boxing like really bad is the corruption.
Yeah.
It's the corruption and people ducking each other.
Right. It ain't no mandatories no more.
Right.
They need to
And
regulate
then
it where they have mandatory fights, man. And
well
each
they
division.
still got they still got mandatory because what's the name had a mandatory Charlo had a mandatory.
Well, we know Floyd Mayweather couldn't spell mandatory. Let's don't have a mandatory, but that's another subject for another day. But
Yeah.
I think they need to have mandatories in all divisions, man. And
Yeah,
let's
I
come in
mean,
and throw some more Friday night fights back out there how they used to. Man, you gotta build the
yeah,
sport up,
yeah.
man.
Now you talking.
And man,
Yeah,
throw some Friday night fights on ESPN. How y'all used to, man. Put your boy Joe Tessitore out there, Brian, whatever his name is, out there Friday night fight. You gotta build the sport up, man.
right,
You can't just let Al Heyman get all the money.
right. Are you ready? Are you really ready to see boxing take a turn, Memphis?
It has to, man. They gotta build the sport back up, bro. You just can't keep riding the way. Cause listen, bro, you the milk the Mayweather train for all it's worth. Pacquiao gone.
Hmm.
Mayweather at this point is only gonna make a mockery out of the sport. That's the only reason why the UFC was ever able to beat anything because they let Mayweather come in, take advantage of the sport and milk you for 200-300 million every fight. And you lose like that. Yeah, you win on the front end because all the white people want to pay to see Mayweather lose, but you lose on the back end because they don't have mandatory that they can fight, and Mayweather come in and capitalize because he gonna make $200-300 million. Reason why y'all ducking fight, and he'll come in and take a fight that he know he ain't not gonna lose, and stupid people buy into the hype and they think you know you $200-300 million richer. You kill the sport on the back end of it.
Right,
Showtime made a lot of money because Mayweather came and manipulated the business and make him $200-300 million a year. Meanwhile, HBO suffered and couldn't put on no fights, and they had to kill boxing altogether because
right.
HBO was about to go down the toilet.
Yeah, that's facts.
Outside of Friday night fights and real doc on HBO, HBO was done.
Yeah. Remember they used to have. Remember they used to have boxing on FX too. Remember that?
Right.
Yeah, they would have boxing on FX. It would either be boxing or it would be MMA or something like that, man.
MMA is done. Dana White and them milked it for all it's done, bro. Because all the major players who you can promote and build off of and make money off of, they done. Chuck Liddell done. Rampage done. All
Right,
these Conor McGregor done. You can't market off of this now. The best
right,
thing, the best thing boxing can do at this point, Polo. Okay, look, ESPN, what could I deal with y'all? We're gonna throw some Friday night fights. Okay, Fox, we're gonna put some PBC fights on. Okay, CBS, we'll throw some fights in there. Come on, man, you got it, and that's gonna kill you because UFC done.
right,
But they can't promote off what they got now because once again they let Mayweather come in and manipulate the business. Okay, y'all let making too much money over there at UFC. Conor McGregor come box me, and knowing you ain't in boxing shape, never been in the boxing ring, but you gonna make you $100 million, and I'm gonna knock you out. And that thing, people ain't gonna be interested in UFC. And now ESPN got to cut a deal with UFC just to save it.
right, right. No, that's facts. You hitting on facts because I look at it from this standpoint, Memphis. Like you see you wanting to get you looking at it like okay, you want boxing to get back to where it was, but the reality of it is that it probably won't because there's so much cor- corruption uh involved in the sport. You know, you got Bob Arum holding back a guy like Terrence Crawford, and then it kind of got, you know, they were pushing the narrative that either uh, Crawford was ducking Spence or Spence was ducking Crawford, but really we all know what the situation was.
Bob
It
Arum
was
don't want to do it because Bob Arum don't want to lose no money. On the back end, he knows. If I did trouble if he used the airspace, that's why Bob Arum is ducking the fight.
but
He's not a dumb white man. He don't want to lose all that money
yeah, that's facts.
because he knows if Terrence Crawford won some fights, but let's just be honest, man. Most of Terrence Crawford fights was mediocre. He won by a split decision. Most of them. And if he lose to Earl Smith, he ain't gonna be marketable like that no more.
But see,
Bob Arum ain't gonna run the risk of that.
I'm gonna tell you. Listen, I put to you like this, Memphis. I trust more Al Heyman than I do a guy like Oscar De La Hoya or fucking bitch ass Eddie Hearn or Bob Arum. You know what I'm saying? Definitely ain't trusting no fucking Don King. You know what I'm
But
saying?
that was about the best thing Boston could have done. Al Heyman got Don King crooked ass clean out of the way. Don't let the matter clean. Don't let the matter. He was Robbie Black with the afro. All the man he gonna
Okay,
come clean.
okay, Sterling. You said he's not good. Devin doesn't impress me. Well, guess what? He's undisputed. Floyd is not. End of argument.
Mm.
Case closed. And you can step up in here if you want to. You know, if he does, if he didn't, if he doesn't impress you, then how come uh, Bob Arum was so disgusted? How come he was so disgusted? Because he wanted to see Kambozo the clown win at least a couple of rounds so that they could get a rematch. Because the fight has to be somewhat close in order to get a rematch, Sterling. Come on with that. And then on top of that, you're talking about a guy that defeated Lopez. Lopez had ducked Devin Haney. And guess what? Cambozo the clown, he knocked out Lopez. Now, don't get me wrong. Lopez had put him on the canvas too. You said Devin had lack of power and would learn to sit down his shots to generate unlike. What are you talking about? Okay, you talking about okay, but they said Floyd was boring too, right? And on top of that, uh, Floyd didn't pick his fight. I mean, what's the name? Devin Haney didn't pick his fights. So you're not dropping the mic on shit. And I dropped the mic on your ass. You sitting up in here, you bring up Floyd. What do you think he's doing right now? He's the youngest in the four belt era, 23 years old, to be undisputed, sir. Come on now. There's only a handful of guys that's been undisputed.
Yeah.
Is Andre Ward undisputed? No, he ain't. All the shit that y'all talk about Canelo he is. Josh Taylor is. Bernard Hopkins is. Even Charlo is, something that y'all don't like. Mayweather is not. You know, it doesn't take away from anything. It doesn't take away. He's still got an O on his record and all that other stuff. But guess what? You said same people said that Floyd, but had impressive knockouts and Haney because Floyd fought the best out there that know who is Haney fought. quote unquote the best. He fought whoever was in front of him. He tried to fight the people that they claiming who was the best. Sterling. Everybody that he tried to fight, they made some excuse. But don't worry. You know why? Because when he gets in there and he actually fights them, then I want you to swallow your words. I could see that you're not stepping up on here right now. Listen, we know that the haters are gonna come out of the woodwork. They're gonna come out of the woodwork. Y'all are mad because you know that he's chasing greatness right now. He's one of the youngest to ever do it. And on top of that, you got to give him props. I'm very, very disappointed in you too, because he's a black man going across the globe, not on his turf in Australia, where they were clearly trying to throw all this racist stuff against him, not having Bill Haney in his corner almost. And guess what? He was able to get him out there. He overcame that, and he wasn't even on his turf. He had to fight against the judges. So tell me that's not phenomenal. But you want to sit up here, you want to bring Floyd into the argument all the time, or compare him to Floyd and all this other stuff. Who you think he learned from? He's a protege of Floyd. Come on. You know what I'm saying? All these guys are proteges of Floyd. Listen, Floyd has not been by. That's the thing that you got to understand. It's his time right now. And he's only 23, young. You sitting up in here saying he's not good, he's not good. He's 23 years old. He's still a baby, bruh. You said I'm not hating, but I'm just saying that the guy made me say next up taking over boxing. Yes, he dude. Okay. Is Tank undisputed? Memphis, is Tank undisputed?
No.
Nah, yeah. Uh, is oh man, okay. And look, I love Earl Spence, but is he undisputed?
No, sir.
No, no, he ain't. Uh, you understand what I'm saying? He's in history.
We understand where you going, bro. We ain't taking the bait.
Sterling, you're not gonna win this argument, bro. Oh man, you said take. Hey, look, he said he'll take. He couldn't even knock out Cruz, nigga.
Who he say?
He said Tank would take it from Haney. No, he won't, man. Listen, Tank.
God bless
I like
you,
Tank.
sir.
Yeah, listen.
That my boy young.
I like Tank. But Rolly Romero is not on Haney's level, bro. I know you think that Rolly. I know you probably got somewhat of the contagious delusion that Rolly Romero done spilled into people's minds, talking about he got the blueprint to beat Tank. But listen, Haney has the blueprint. Haney, all he need to do is just take that jab. The only way that Tank will even have a chance is if he gets inside and he knocks out Haney. But that's not going to happen. Haney's chin is slept on. Oh, go ahead, Memphis.
And then my boy Young.
Yeah.
Oh, God bless you, bro. God bless you, bro.
Yeah, he want to creep up over here like a thief in the night.
Man, where is that?
He said, he came up in here. He said, pull up in the Porsche with a freaky hoe. Oh man, but young man, listen, bro. This conversation, man, is easy work, bro. So you can come with all that stuff. Haney has got a better jab. He's got better footwork. He's got better range than Tank. He don't need to fight in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? and all he needs to do is fight a smart tactical fight. You want him to be all. They said the same thing about Mayweather, didn't they, Memphis? They said that Mayweather
Mm-hmm.
was boring. Mayweather, all he did was run. But guess what? Guess what Haney doing? Haney's not doing no more, no less. He's sticking to the fundamentals. He's fighting old school. He's staying behind the jab. And guess what? He didn't lose a round, my nigga. You said Ryan Garcia. You said Ryan Garcia, the one that ducked how many fights? Ryan Garcia busy fighting on social media. Man, he's sitting here making commercials with Dame Lillard. That nigga has yet to get in the ring. Hey, you know what, Young? I'm gonna put you to sleep right now, man. Let's go ahead and do this, Memphis, because one of the things that separates Devin Haney is how many fights he's fighting a year, right?
Right.
And I'm gonna bring that up for you since you don't want to come up in here and try to argue his point, bringing up Mayweather this and Mayweather that. I mean, y'all kill me with this, man. Mayweather is not fighting anymore. He fighting exhibition fights, and y'all still talking about him. This guy
And
is still in the
making
huh?
Mayweather been making mockery out of the sport for the last 5 years. He ain't fought nobody. Man, listen, man. Mayweather done. He been shot. He didn't have no mandatories. He pick and chose and duck his fights, man.
Oh, okay. Now check this out, man. Check this out, Memphis. Right? Devin Haney stays busy. Okay. In 2015, he fought 2 fights. In 2016, guess how many fights he fought?
How many?
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. He fought 8 fights in 1 year. Okay, let's keep going, Young. In 2017, how many fights he fought? Memphis.
I don't know.
I'll tell you. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. That's 7 fights in a year. The man is busy. He fought one in 2018. How many fights did he fight in 2019, Memphis?
Count them up, rack them up, player.
He fought 4 fights in a year. The man is busy. He fought one in 20. As you know what was going on during that time, the pandemic and all that. He still was able to muscle up and get 2 fights in 2021
Meanwhile,
because
Mayweather taking exhibition every 3 years.
he fought JoJo Diaz and then he fought George Kambozo. I got an
Meanwhile,
echo.
meanwhile,
This man has been busy, young.
meanwhile, your boy Mayweather get an exhibition fight every 3 years to make $200-300 million
Yeah,
for the integrated things. Like, stop it, man.
man. You up in here talking about Ryan Garcia could beat Devin Haney, man. Devin Haney would kill. He'll kill him with just points alone. He don't even need it. He don't even. He'll just dog. He'll fight Ryan Garcia as simple as could be. Just simple bob and weave. He don't need to do nothing fancy, and he'll win.
Mayweather ain't had a good fight since the Madonna fight. Cause he know he
Right.
can beat he know he can beat everybody else. And don't even get time out Conor McGregor, man. Shit, James Brown had more energy than him and more win than him at the BET Award. And he had
Yeah.
at the end of the fight. And Mayweather was rocking this man. Mayweather didn't let it go the distance to keep him embarrassing the man and embarrassing UFC so they can make the max money out of it, bro.
Now check this out. Check this out, Memphis. Ryan Ryan hadn't been busy since 2017. he hadn't been busy since 2017, and everybody talking about, oh yeah, he ain't fighting nobody. Man, Ryan Garcia ducks everybody. He had a chance to fight some of the biggest fights, and guess what happened? He ran out of there, and part of that was Oscar De La Hoya too, with his snake ass.
Yeah, man, old golden boy.
Yeah, gold in my ass, nigga. That nigga want that golden. Let me stop.
Yeah, Eddie Hearn golden. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, we know. Man,
this motherfucker.
the zone about is worse for boxing than Don King promotes.
Everybody talking about Tank will beat Devin Haney, man. That ain't gonna happen. That ain't happening. But see, that's what I'm saying. When a guy becomes successful, people can't handle it.
Okay.
He's busy. He's taking care of business. The man is in the history books, and he still got time. Nigga, 23. Hey, look, that nigga could retire right now. Hall of Famer.
Sure will, because he been busy.
he, he could be a Hall of Famer right now, but guess what? He hungry for more. That's all right. You keep, but see, I'm not surprised by this because people have been hating on Devin Haney for years. Memphis.
Yeah, they gonna be hating on Devin Haney.
They've been,
Wait till he start beating some of these names that people really love and care about, boy. You really gonna see the hate.
yeah.
They ain't seen nothing yet.
Man, they've been hating on this man since he been a baby, man, and this dude stay busy. 8 fights in 1 year. Come on, man.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they
Meanwhile,
hate
you
it.
sitting up. Meanwhile, y'all sitting up in here hating. Y'all sitting up here saying, "I got an echo, Memphis." I think it's your phone, man.
Yeah. Is it echo now?
Let me see.
Yo.
Yeah, still an echo. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Hold on. Yeah, still Memphis.
Yeah, man. I don't know, but he gonna be the greatest thing in boxing in a minute. I
Yeah,
think he gonna I think he gonna surpass damn near everybody.
I ain't going. I ain't gonna go that far, but he definitely. You know what? I got faith in his potential. It's just
Yeah,
like people can't see it right now.
all you gotta do is stay away from the corrupt system.
Yeah, and he coming with his own promotional. He got his own promotional company. Him and his father with Devin Haney Promotion. So
Good. Stay away from Bob Arum and them Jewish crooks.
hmm,
Long as he stay away from them, he'll be okay.
everybody sitting up in here. Oh yeah, well he and look, people are entitled to their own opinion, but I've tried to tell people time and time again. Devin Haney is gonna be that guy. Tank, Tank, as much as you like Tank, he ain't cleaning up no divisions.
He ain't fighting nobody, really.
I mean, he fought Rolly Romero. They under the same tree.
Man, I can beat Rolly Romero, man. And I'm straight off the block. All I gotta do is come through the slide in the fruit uppercut.
And
Man, a couple of punches overhead and hit
that nigga,
deep.
Devin Haney would probably do. I tell you what Devin Haney would do to Tank. He would probably do to Tank what Lennox Lewis did to Tyson. Remember that?
Yeah, it was in Memphis at the pyramid. I remember
Yeah.
Tyson out
See,
on talking shit. I'm gonna eat your kids. Man, Lennon Lewis outboxed this man all night.
for real. That's all he did. What did he do, Memphis?
He
He
just he
stayed
just
behind the jab
right and just outboxed him.
and had the
Outboxed him.
size advantage.
He outboxed him till he laid his ass out.
People
Tyson.
forget. People forget. Memphis. What's his name is 5'4", 5'5". Tank.
Yeah.
Devin Haney is 5'10". Nigga,
Yeah.
that's a 5 foot height difference.
All Devin Haney have to do is stay on the outside, follow the jab, and take ass through.
Or 5 inch, 5 inch, not 5 foot,
You hear me,
5 inch.
Polo? You hear me,
Yeah,
Polo?
stay behind the jab. Yeah.
Yeah, stay on the box on the outside, take ass done. I guarantee you, let Tank lose a fight and see how fast Mayweather promotions turn on him like Don King turned on everybody. They don't like losing, man. They know what's gonna come down the pike. Think about it, Polo. Polo.
Hmm.
A lot of people don't want to say this, and a lot of people don't want to admit to this. But Evander Holyfield outboxed Mike Tyson. Then what pissed Mike Tyson off and he bit his ear.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't want to admit the truth, man, but it's true.
I mean, I have no shame in saying that. Look, I have said this time and time again. The reason why I don't have Tyson that high is because every time he fought somebody, Memphis, that was um, elite, he lost. And I know people they gonna try to come with that silly ass argument, talk about, oh well, he was older and all this other shit. Nigga, he was not that old.
He showed up that old Buster
That nigga
Douglas.
was still in his prime, nigga.
Yeah, Buster Douglas put him to sleep. He wasn't that old then. I
Nah,
remember
he
my
wasn't
dad.
old when he fought. Yeah, exactly. He wasn't old when he fought Buster Douglas either.
Yeah, my dad won that fight. I never forget that one. Man, because my dad had they were betting on the fight then. I guess that's why I'm a gambling man. Oh, that
I don't
nigga did
want to.
not
I don't
lose
want
it,
to hear.
man.
I don't want to hear about no standing 8 count, none of that other bullshit.
You know, he got knocked out, man. Buster Douglas outboxed him from the beginning of the fight to the end. Tyson was just outboxing all the other guys because he was using his power against them. Man, people who just follow their jab and box on the outside and don't let Tyson get on the inside, they were beating Tyson. Lennox Lewis,
Right.
for example, Evander Holyfield outboxed him to the point where he treated the man ear like it was a ribeye steak.
Look, when he fought Lennox Lewis, he was 35. Okay.
Right.
When he fought the first time he fought Evander Holyfield, he was 30. And then he fought him again when he was 30. When he fought Buster Douglas, he was 23 years old.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Buster,
We gotta stop. And then of course
Buster,
when he fought the mother two guys, I think his name was was Danny and I forgot the other guy's name he lost, but I think it was Danny. Yeah, Danny Williams.
Man, Tyson fought plumbers, electricians,
Uh,
grocery store workers. Outside of Buster Douglas, I ain't gonna Buster Douglas. Cause that was the only fight he ever really had and really ever done his
yeah,
career in the good.
he never fought like
No.
that's
Outside okay, let's just keep it real. Outside of Evander Holyfield and outside of
mm.
Lennox Lewis, everybody else was cakewalks for Tyson, man. He used the power, next thing you know, nigga, in 10 seconds. Just like that other fight that he fought her in Memphis, man, Jay Z and all of them down there. And Jay Z had a concert. I'm sitting there, man. Tyson knocked the man out in 49 seconds. You know what I'm talking about, Polo.
Yeah, 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 nigga. You be up in there, man. You be making barbecue. You know what I'm saying? You having potato salad ready, the baked macaroni ready. Everybody want to have a good dinner.
Yeah,
Nigga,
come.
and that fight won't last 30 seconds, man.
My uncle, and them were mad. They paid like, hey, look, my uncle and them was so mad. They supposed to pay like about $60 for the fight, right? So we helped them. And they were doing the little joint venture because Jay Z was in town. Jay Z had it look cause I think that was it. And then when he had that Black album or whatever the album that was, he was doing the little world tour thing or whatever.
Yeah,
So as Jay Z was going to his van or whatever, the little Sprella van he had, they were talking to him. They were like, "What you about to do?" He was like, "We on the way to the fight." And they were like, Tyson just knocked him out in 49. I'm like, bro, I'm just sitting down, get my popcorn ready. I look up, I'm like, my uncle, I'm like, what? I paid $60 for this fight. Is this what it is? I like, bro, I can't stand Tyson.
I know. Well, really, you should be hating on. Really, you should be hating Don King because he was the one that was promoting. He was the one that was doing that shit, and that's he can't stand Don King. He was about to
No,
whoop Don King. He was about to whoop Don King ass because I think Don King tried to shake his hand or something like that. He was like, "Man, you better get the fuck off me."
yeah, God King is a crook, man. Don King that robbed so many boxes. Ali, he started out with Ali with the title, but he Don King made his money. He'll never promote another fight no more in his life. I hate
Yeah.
them to lock that up.
Oh, coon ass man.
Only in America. Only in
Yeah.
America.
Only in America, just like Al Sharpton on coon ass.
Yeah. Al Sharpton, Al Drag Curl Sharpton around here
Man,
setting up the Gambino family.
this motherfucker, man. That motherfucker, man. That nigga, yeah, Al Sharpton, man.
I know you remember when he did that Bolo. When he wore
Yeah, don't. Yeah,
yeah. I forgot where we at.
yeah. But
Yeah, I forgot.
nah. But a couple of days. Well, yeah, yesterday or whatever. He was trying to get on there on this coon shit.
Yeah, I don't like Al. I don't like Al Sharpton. I definitely don't like Jesse Jackson. This dude is dead. Rabbit Abernathy. I don't like none of them
Yeah,
cats, man.
nah, none of them, man.
They know what they did.
That motherfucker, especially that motherfucker Tim Scott, man, and Larry Elder.
Tim Scott out of Florida, right?
Nah, South Carolina.
Oh, some guy out of Florida.
Yeah, that motherfucker
Okay, he
sitting up
said
there,
he said Spanish.
sitting up there saying that racism don't exist.
Racism, another. Okay.
Yeah.
How much
You know
they
what
get
I'm
paid
saying?
for saying that?
Say that to the average black nigga in the South, nigga. Man, they'll be ready to slap the fuck out you.
And they ain't gonna be ready. They gonna slap the fuck.
Yeah, man.
Man, racism ain't gonna never die, man. This stuff was built up on racism, bro.
Nah, it ain't gonna die.
No, they knew
But,
what they were
but
doing.
we just gotta, look, we just gotta combat that shit. But think about what's all going down right now, Memphis. Think about it.
Right.
But they want to try. It's like what LVZ was talking about. Shout out to LVZ. I need to go
That,
watch it live. They be sending me his notifications like, but they know what the fuck they doing. But man, what they trying to do is they trying to put all these shootings on us, Memphis.
oh yeah, you know what, Polo? You know what I hate about it? Every time it's us. Oh, it's a hate group. When it's the Iranians are terror. When it's they kind off the video games, the music. Oh, how about this motherfucker just crazy?
Right.
But here's the problem what they facing right now, man. See, God don't like ugly, bro.
Mm-mm.
Y'all so worried about what the black man gonna do, but it's y'all own kind that's coming into y'all neighborhood, killing y'all, ripping y'all apart. It ain't the black man, cause we can't come to y'all neighborhood.
Right.
Y'all arranged the Texas to keep us out.
Right.
That's why people gotta wake up and quit being so materialistic with all the dumb crap that they own, bro. What them white people fear is black people coming together.
Hmm.
They ain't scared of no game. They ain't scared of no clique. They ain't scared of who's hanging on the block every day. Rico, you'll be gone forever.
They want
They
us. They
don't
want us.
divide it.
Yeah, they don't want. They want to see us. They want to see us one or two places, Memphis. A box or a cell.
Right. When
Yeah,
you
don't.
sell, they gonna make plenty of money out for you so you can be everything that you want to be like the army. And they gonna make
Or,
$100,000 off you a year.
or they want us. They want us in a cell making boxes
All right.
because that's what you do when you in prison. Well, when some prison you make caskets.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Gallego, one day
they
Gallego
want to
who
give you a reminder. They want to give you a reminder.
what it's gonna
You know
be
that.
like if you keep playing.
Yeah.
that what it's
Or
gonna be.
a reminder that your ass ain't getting up out of this motherfucker.
Man, what? Listen, y'all. I hope that what me and Butler, even though we haven't done, but we keep it real, and I hope that we reach something. I'm saying, man, they want to see you, and they want to make 100,000 a year and put you in the box forever.
Yeah.
That's their whole game.
They don't want your ass
But
going
the
nowhere, man.
but the
But you
problem is, they own people gonna tear them apart. It's only a matter of time.
that's why I like what Guwap did. I like what Gucci Man did. See, they wanted Gucci Man to step out of there and cause some more ruckus or whatever and be back up in there. Gucci man, no, he came up out of there. Guess what? Man came out of there in shape. Man, he came out of there in such good shape. They thought that nigga was a clone. Nah, ain't no clone, nigga. That nigga did a lot of reading.
He
Did a
did a
lot of
lot of
working out.
man, they real good. Man, you can make any type of money, nigga. I had Gucci money, nigga. I be looking like Gucci.
Yeah.
He
But see, they don't like
you
that
know,
type of shit. They want us to keep coming back consistently, because they making money, and then on top of that, check this out, Memphis. They they know that the psychological factor of prison, it wears on a motherfucker, right? I'll give you a prime
right.
example. A nigga told me that he told me, he said, man, Polo, I ain't got no hope out here. He's like, man, I'm better off going back to prison. I was like, man, why'd you say some shit like that? He's like, look, he said, in prison, I ain't gotta worry about where I'm gonna eat. I ain't gotta worry about no medical. I ain't gotta worry about a place to shower. And I ain't gotta worry about a place to sleep. But out here, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers is going, he said he was struggling because people wasn't giving him no opportunity, wasn't getting no job. Uh, he was saying that, people would look down on him because he, was in prison or whatever. And he just couldn't get out and go nowhere. So he said, man, he's like, man, I'm better off going back to prison. And that's how a lot of motherfuckers feel.
Yeah, because he institutionalized, man. That's what they want you to be. Mentally institutionalized. You don't see yourself surviving in the free world without jail. Being told what you can eat, lights out. Come on, man. Who want to live like that, bro?
Yeah.
Don't you know going to jail? See, people ain't realize, man. Going to jail on the 13th Amendment, you slave on it.
That's
You
facts.
feel me? Slavery, slavery, slavery under the 13th Amendment, going to jail is going back into slavery. But you get told what you go pay. No problem. Go look up the amendment and be imprisonment in the form of slavery. Legal form of slavery. I think Polo. Polo.
Yeah. Yeah.
So man, you think your boy Young Thug and Gunna are done?
We're gonna talk about that a little bit later. But I'm gonna say this though, and I'm gonna sum it up. I gotta bounce out. It's not looking good for Thugger. It's
Sure
not looking
ain't.
good for Thugger. Yeah, he Memphis man, he got denied bond. Now I will say this: his lawyers are able to work with him. That was the whole thing. That's what I was trying to tell y'all that day. They're gonna let the attorneys work with him, but they got their work cut out for them because this ain't looking good. Plus, they got the three things that they gotta that they're bringing to the table is one, that murder that took place with Donovan Lewis, the guy that got shot in front of the barber shop where they used the rental car to do that. Then on top of that, they said they got over 50 murders that YSL is responsible for. And then on top of
Why?
that, they talk about a cop that got shot 6 times. So all of that, they bringing all that stuff to the table, and then on top of that, the threats to kill people and the people that their loved ones and stuff like that if they said anything, and that's why he
Yeah,
denied them bond.
yeah, because all the people who were with them talking about some, they scared that he gonna get them hit. If
Yeah,
he get it,
man.
I'm like, I'm like, this was my whole thing about it, Polo. I'm like, if a dude like Kevin Lau speak up for you, and you can't get money, and he about as big as L.A. Reid in the music industry. If he speak up for you and you don't get buying, you done, bro.
Yeah,
You
that's facts.
finito. Kevin Lyles is one of the biggest executives in the music industry.
Yeah, that's
And
facts.
he speak up for you and you don't get the bond, you done, bro. You done. You fool, homie.
Yeah, that's facts. We definitely gonna pick this up tomorrow, Memphis. But I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down on Memphis, man. Be sure to catch me tomorrow. Everybody else is listening, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Make sure y'all like the video, share, subscribe, hit the notification. Make sure y'all subscribe to that homie Memphis and Cypress TV, Polar Sports Talk and Entertainment. I'm
We
gonna get
out,
at
y'all.
you later.